Has it ever occurred to you how difficult it is for pastors in particular to adequately express their pain, their struggles, without the fear of being criticized and called names? Has it ever occurred to you how difficult that could be for pastors to be able to open up and tell people their personal struggles without the feeling of being betrayed and let down and discredited, so to speak? You know, most pastors have to suck up with whatever it is they are dealing with. They have to live with it. They have to just endure whatever difficulties they have been faced with, because there's nobody to express your heart to. And that makes the job of being a pastor a very lonely ride. Yeah, you see them every Sunday, they come around, they preach the word of God so warm, so hot, if you may, and emphatically declaring the glory of God and the purposes of God. But when they have problems in their home, nobody to run to, nobody to talk to. I know you say, okay, let them talk to God. No, I'm talking about another human being in flesh and blood that they can truly communicate with. Even in their own homes, they are leaders. Their wives look up to them. Their children look up to them. They cannot show any sense of vulnerability at any time, else they will not be the man of God, But it's interesting how Jesus lived his life with his disciples. Jesus himself, being in the flesh, at the point when he was to face the cross, said to his disciples in the Garden of Gethsemane, he said, "My soul is sorrowful unto death." In other words, my soul is so heavy, I need you guys to pray with me. We need to be those kind of support structures for our pastors. I'm talking about pastors who love God and are doing their very best by us, bringing the word of God to us. If you're not close enough, spend your time praying for them. They are human. They make mistakes. They feel very lonely lots of times on their job and on their journey through life. Responsibilities come to them too. There are no separate markets for pastors. There are no separate schools for pastors. They pay the same school fees you pay. And I know there are a lot of you guys out there who just feel because they are pastors, they are just, spending the offerings that come. And maybe you need to come to this side of the divide and take a look at what really comes in for majority of the pastors. And may I even submit to you that majority of the pastors you see in Nigeria are not running a mega church. Most of them have no capacity to travel out of this country or even go for a simple holiday within the country. Most of them cannot do most of the things that you guys talk about. I dare say that less than 10%, if not maybe 5% of the generality of pastors that we have in Nigeria do have the privilege to some of the luxuries that you guys complain about. Human beings struggling, trying to make it happen and trying to live right. Well, the point of this conversation is to encourage you wherever you are, to encourage these people. It is not easy to stand for what is right and try to push what is right, especially in the present day Nigeria or anywhere you find yourself in the world. You get easily criticized, you get easily vilified for standing for the truth. So, know a pastor today, encourage them, send them a loving note, pray for them, and if God has blessed you, bless them. They need it. They need it. If any negative thing happens to a pastor, that marks the end of his entire life and ministry. He cannot pull out and go over to anywhere and start up all afresh, because largely what he trades on are moral issues, and people judge them based on their morality, and that can just lock them up for life, for good. So it's not easy to be in that shoe, and I'm encouraging you, step out there and be an encouragement to any pastor you can find anywhere that is doing God's work with all of their heart, and the Lord bless you. And if you're a pastor, let me encourage you to build support structures, friends that you can count on, real people, and learn to leverage on those relationships. I pray that the Lord will strengthen you and grant you grace to continue to move on and be the best version of yourself. God bless you.